Hi, this is Ken with Ken's Insurance Agency. Tonight we're going to be talking about prepaid legal identity theft protection and why you should come to us. We have many great products and many great ways. I'm going to start this off by showing you some videos.
Hello from Legal Shield. We believe every business, including yours, deserves legal protection. But first things first, what is legal protection and why should you want it for your small business? Quite simply, a legal protection plan gives you access to knowledgeable, experienced attorneys at an established law firm for a low monthly fee. Having access to an attorney can help with all kinds of things you may not have even realized. Things ranging from hiring and firing to equipment leases, from customer complaints to bad check recovery, and much more. An attorney can help you make the best decisions for your business and your future while ensuring you know your full legal rights. And that's always a good thing. So, legal protection for your small business is a smart choice. Now, why choose Legal Shield? For starters, Legal Shield has been in business for 40 years. And right now, thousands of businesses trust Legal Shield for their legal protection plans. Legal Shield has partnered with a dedicated full-service law firm in your state, which means two things. One, you never have to figure out which attorney to use since we've already done the legwork. And two, you always get an experienced attorney from your state dedicated to helping you and your business. Just pick up the phone and you'll be connected with a dedicated attorney experienced in the specific legal issue you want to talk about. And when you choose Legal Shield, the legal plan is tailored to your size business. There are 3 levels to fit different businesses. If you have 10 or fewer employees, enrolling in our Small Biz 10 is just $39 a month. 50 or fewer employees, and our Small Biz 50 is just $89 a month. 100 or fewer employees, and our Small Biz 100 is only $149 a month. All levels give you legal consultation on unlimited matters, business law expertise, contract and document review, debt collection assistance, and more. Plus, Small Biz 50 and Small Biz 100 members are covered with 75 hours of trial and trial prep time per year. This means that if your business is named defendant or respondent in covered civil action relating to business, you have the peace of mind that a prepared, experienced attorney is on your side. In review, legal protection is good, and choosing Legal Shield is even better. Unexpected legal questions come up every day. With Legal Shield on your side, your business has access to a respected law firm for covered situations. So make the smart decision. Choose affordable, reliable legal protection for your business today. Only with Legal Shield. Worry less, live more.
Welcome to this special webinar presentation on learning more about how you can protect and empower your family with Legal Shield and ID Shield. When you think of the legal profession, what words come to mind? Words like expensive, unresponsive, and unaccountable are often associated with the legal industry. What Legal Shield has simply done is we have become the disruptive innovators in the legal industry. We have made it simpler, easier, and more affordable for your family to access the legal services that you need when you need them. When you think of other disruptive innovators, what companies come to mind? Maybe companies like Netflix, Uber, and Amazon. These companies all came into very established industries and in a few short years changed the way that consumers shop and look at those industries by making it simpler and easier for you to access those services. In the same way, Legal Shield has done that with the legal industry by making it affordable, accountable, and responsive to your legal needs. Legal Shield was established in 1972. We currently protect over 4.6 million lives all across North America, and we have a dedicated network of quality law firms in all 50 states and 4 Canadian provinces. Legal Shield has been featured in Forbes, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, and Bloomberg about the great work that we're doing to revolutionize the legal industry. So how does Legal Shield work? Well, ask yourself these questions. Have you ever signed a contract or document? Had a landlord or tenant issue? Been overcharged for a repair or treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever received a traffic ticket? When is the last time you updated your will? Have you been involved in a real estate transaction or maybe rented an apartment? Have you been the victim of identity theft or heard about all of the data breaches that are happening? Have you been concerned about your own child's identity? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you can definitely benefit from being a member of Legal Shield and ID Shield. With Legal Shield, we put all of the legal services that your family needs right at your fingertips. Simply download the Legal Shield member app to your smartphone and then tap the app when you want to talk to your provider law firm to get personal legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. Your Legal Shield attorneys can also write letters and make phone calls on your behalf. I know in my life, over the last 22 years that I've been a Legal Shield member, I've had letters and phone calls made on our behalf many times. Actually, one of the cases that just happened recently was 3 or 4 months ago when I was owed a $1,650 security deposit. And after arguing with the other party for about 30 days, I finally got $1,000 of that security deposit, but I was still owed $650. So I contacted my Legal Shield provider law firm. They had a letter sent on my behalf. And about 2 weeks later, I got the other $650 that I was owed. A few years ago, we were taking the family to Hawaii on vacation, and a major airline stranded us at an airport for an entire day because of a mechanical issue on the plane. We got to the resort a day late. We missed out on $350 deposit we had on that first night at the resort, and also an excursion that we had scheduled for that first day. I contacted the airline when we got home and asked if there was anything they could do for us because of the mechanical issue they had. I was told there was nothing they could do. They were sorry and to please fly them again. But I contacted my Legal Shield provider law firm, had them send a letter to that same airline. About 11 days later, I received an apology letter and 4 free tickets to use anywhere in North America. That was about $1,600 in tickets that we received because my attorney wrote that letter. Paid for my membership for over 6 or 7 years with just that one letter. We're also going to help you with contract and document review. A few months ago, I purchased a boat. I had all this finance paperwork I had to sign for the boat purchase, and I knew what it said, or I knew what I thought it said. I thought it's probably a smart thing to do to have my attorney review all this paperwork for me to make sure that everything I think is in the document is actually what it says. So I sent that off to my provider law firm. They reviewed it for me, and it just gave me the peace of mind of knowing that I knew exactly what I was signing. So contract and document review is also provided through your Legal Shield membership. We're also going to help you with IRS audit assistance, civil trial defense services if you're named as a plaintiff in a lawsuit, pre-trial and trial time. We're also going to help you with family and domestic services. Now, there is a 90-day waiting period on this particular part of our membership, but items like uncontested divorce, uncontested separation, name change, and even adoption are covered through your Legal Shield membership. Another area of our plan that is very valuable is help with moving traffic violations. Now, we don't fix tickets, but I think we would all agree that if you have an attorney help you or even represent you on that moving traffic violation, then a lot better things will probably happen than you or I trying to do this on our own. I can tell you in my family, we've had a few examples over the last years where the attorneys have helped represent us on a moving traffic violation. The most recent, I received a traffic ticket about 1,000 miles away from home while I was on business. And it was just that peace of mind of knowing that while I was back home, I had an attorney in that jurisdiction 1,000 miles away representing me on that moving traffic violation, trying to keep the points off my record so my insurance rates aren't going through the roof. We make it very easy with your Legal Shield membership. You take out your member app, take a picture of that ticket, submit it to your law firm, and you'll get contacted, start getting help with that moving traffic violation. We're also going to help you with your will preparation. This includes your wills, your living will, your healthcare power of attorney, and your durable power of attorney. Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you updated your will? If the answer is, I don't have a will, or it's been a very long time, then this is one of the simplest, easiest, and most affordable ways that you could ever get all of these documents prepared for you and your family. With your Legal Shield membership, we'll prepare all of these estate documents, will, living will, healthcare power of attorney, and durable power of attorney, and update them every year for you at no additional cost. We have many different ways for you to fill out the will questionnaire to get this process started, but the bottom line is it's very simple to do, and we can do it for you right away as a Legal Shield member. We also give you access to your attorneys 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for emergency situations. Now, we hope these never happen, and certainly this is one of those areas of our membership that I would rather have it and never need it than need it and not have it. But when you need emergency access to your attorney, you have that through your Legal Shield membership. Anything we did not discuss over the last few minutes will be handled right here under our 25% preferred member discount. So all of the areas of our membership that we just talked about are included in your membership, and you do not pay any extra for those services. But if you do have a contested adoption, a contested divorce, bankruptcy, child custody, or any other type of legal situation, you can still save a lot of money and have quality legal representation with your Legal Shield membership under our 25% preferred member discount. Another great benefit of being a Legal Shield member is member perks, where we give you discounts at hundreds of businesses all across North America just because you're a Legal Shield member. Just last year, my family saved over $600 with member perks, which was more than our membership cost us for the entire year. We saved on buying flowers and sending them for someone's birthday. We saved at Universal Studios to go see a show. We saved at Busch Gardens. We saved at the movie theaters. We saved when we traveled. All of these discounts available to our Legal Shield members. So make sure you check out member perks and get full utilization of these tremendous benefits. So who's covered by your Legal Shield plan? Your entire family. You, your spouse or domestic partner, any never married dependent children under the age of 26 living at home or full-time students, dependent children under the age of 18 for whom the member is a legal guardian, and any physically or mentally disabled children living at home regardless of age. On top of our tremendous legal protection, we also have another program called ID Shield. And with all of the recent data breaches, we all know that there's a huge problem that everyone faces today, and that is identity theft. The bottom line is criminals don't want your money, they want your identity. Because with your identity, they can file your tax returns and take a refund check that wasn't theirs, or file medical claims, Social Security claims, get new lines of credit, maybe even get a new driver's license with their picture, with all of your information, or even commit a crime in your name. The bottom line with identity theft is that you are guilty until proven innocent. With your ID Shield plan, we are going to monitor everything that matters. We're going to monitor your credit score, your Social Security number, your passport, driver's license, medical ID, your email accounts. We're going to monitor your loans, credit cards, and bank accounts. And we're going to monitor those black market sites where your information is being sold on the dark web. We're going to monitor your social media accounts to make sure that there's not personal information being shared that shouldn't be. We're even going to give you access to ID Shield Vault, which is a password manager that keeps your login information secure and takes the hassle out of managing multiple passwords. But not only are you going to have monitoring, you're also going to have a comprehensive restoration service where you will have a licensed private investigator do whatever it takes, as long as it takes, to restore your identity to free theft status should you become a victim of identity theft. And this includes a $5 million service guarantee. So not only do you have a very robust monitoring program, but also complete restoration and comprehensive restoration should you be a victim of identity theft. So how much do these two great services cost? Well, the price is only $49.90 for a family. That's $24.95 for the legal plan each month and $24.95 for ID Shield. If you're an individual, both of these plans is $34.90 per month. By the way, if you own a small business, make sure you talk to the person that invited you to this presentation and find out more about the suite of products that we have to protect and grow your small business as well. So what are the steps to becoming a member of Legal Shield and ID Shield and protecting and empowering your family? Number one, get together with a person that put you on this presentation and they can get you some basic information and get you enrolled right away. Number two is just download the mobile apps right to your smartphone, create your login and password so that you have easy access to your membership benefits. Number three, contact your provider law firm immediately with a legal question you may have, or contact them to start updating and preparing your wills right away. Get immediate use and benefits from your Legal Shield and ID Shield membership. And also start saving with member perks. Make sure you understand how to access those discounts and start saving right away to get full benefit from your Legal Shield and ID Shield membership. So thank you for taking this opportunity to watch this presentation today and get together with a person that invited you to this presentation to learn more about how you can protect and empower your family with Legal Shield and ID Shield.
Every year, millions of people face legal and identity theft issues. You can take control of your legal rights and identity with Legal Shield and ID Shield. As a Legal Shield member, you'll have direct access to a dedicated law firm, so you can take proactive steps to protect your legal rights, such as having your rental agreement reviewed, your will prepared, and receiving legal guidance for things like a dispute with a neighbor or creditor. Your law firm can also write a letter or make a phone call on your behalf, and is even available 24/7 for emergency situations. And with the Legal Shield mobile app, you can quickly call your law firm, access legal forms, upload your speeding ticket for review, and have your will prepared. With ID Shield, your personal information will be monitored across the internet, including black market websites and government databases. We provide child, credit, and social media monitoring too. If any discrepancies with your identity are found, you'll receive an alert. You can use the ID Shield mobile app to track your alerts and your credit score. If your identity's been stolen, a dedicated team of licensed private investigators are there at the touch of a button 24/7 to restore your identity. Get the legal and identity theft protection you need and deserve with Legal Shield and ID Shield. Every year, over 10 million people have their identity stolen. Take control of your identity with ID Shield. ID Shield monitors your personal information, such as your social security number, credit and debit card numbers, and social media accounts. We watch across the internet, including black market websites, government databases, and court records. We even provide child monitoring and monthly credit score tracking, which you can track right on the ID Shield mobile app. If any discrepancies with your identity are found, you'll receive an alert. If your identity's been stolen, a dedicated team of licensed private investigators are there at the touch of a button 24/7 to restore your identity. ID Shield also provides a password manager, so you can generate and store strong passwords to further shield yourself from identity theft. And ID Shield even has a $5 million service guarantee, which means if identity theft happens, we'll do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to restore your identity. Shield yourself and your family from identity theft and put a licensed private investigator in the palm of your hand with ID Shield.
Thinking of starting a business? Ready to turn your hobby into a business? Launch by Legal Shield is the smarter, better, faster way to start your business in any state. Starting a business is a big deal, and that's why we provide the tools to make the process painless. And unlike competitors, we integrate a lawyer into the process to make sure you get the advice and guidance you need to start your business the right way. With Launch by Legal Shield, you get a 3-month Legal Shield membership, so you'll have direct access to a dedicated law firm as you start your business and beyond. Whether you're looking to form an LLC, corporation, or a sole proprietorship, we make it easy with our online questionnaire, and you have access to a dedicated law firm to answer any questions you may have. Here's how easy it is to start your business with Launch. First, complete the online questionnaire. If you have any questions, we're here to help. Next, select the package that best fits your need and review your answers. After you place your order, you'll receive a call from your lawyer within 8 business hours or less. Your lawyer will review your answers and paperwork with you, as well as answer any questions. After your consultation, the attorney will review your answers and documents, and we take care of the rest. We'll handle the filing with the state. Your new business documents will arrive at your door. And congratulations, you're in business. Once your business is formed, your law firm can help you with any legal questions that come up and help you avoid common pitfalls that can happen when you don't have a lawyer on your side. Your law firm can review contracts, answer employment questions, help with debt collection, and more. You have unlimited consultations for your business, so call anytime. Your dedicated law firm is there for you every step of the way. Through our legal services, we protect and empower 4.15 million lives. We have top law firms throughout the U.S. and lawyers that average 22 years of experience. Rest assured, you're getting quality legal advice through a top law firm that's dedicated to you. If you want to get your business started the right way, use Launch by Legal Shield, the smarter, better, faster choice.
With 143 million people affected, this is the significant of all the hurricanes coming together at one point in cyberspace. So in addition to going to that website, people are going to have to start looking at, should I put credit freezes on all my credit reports? They need to start being very
Would you
careful
do that,
about watching.
sir?
Yeah,
if you're on the affected list, you should freeze your credit with everybody?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's that cost and how do you do it?
Actually, if you go to the site that the Experian has put out, Equifax, has put out, they'll show you how to go through, and the FTC and everybody shows you how to do your credit freezes. Go to those sites. Usually it's about $10, to put the freeze on, but I would do that instantly right now for at least the next 60 days, just to let this thing play out.
So
wait a second, you're talking about the next 60 days. This has already been out there for more than 30 days. So is it too late at this point?
It may or may not be. A lot of times when this happens, and this is actually a very good question. We've seen a lot of data be held for 4 years. This stuff doesn't go away. Your name, your social security number, your date of birth doesn't really expire. So this is great. This is great data. That's going to be valuable.
This company is offering you insurance for the next year. Is that sufficient?
That's not. I mean, that is just using an eyedropper to put out a forest fire. That is not going to be sufficient enough. I mean, you're talking. Remember, when the LinkedIn data breach happened, they used passwords 4 years later, including Mark Zuckerberg, to compromise his account. Right. So this data is, it's going to be out there for.
So news you can use. Let's continue on. What other things if you're a viewer right now, concerned about your own security, what should you be doing? Online security.
Yeah, basically, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about right now concerns identity theft, but you should be looking at, is there any information in there that could be used to compromise your account? Things that would indicate what your passwords are. Make sure you've got good, healthy systems set up for how to change your passwords. Make sure you've got, in addition to what they have, I've got my own identity theft protection. I just don't trust what they give me because all they do is the bare bones.
Hold on. When you say you have your own identity protection, through who? You don't necessarily have to tell us the company you're using, but who should we be using? What should we be doing?
Oh, look, anything is better than nothing. I use a company called ID Shield because one of the things they have is there's also some actual investigators. If anything happens, you actually have real investigators go out and do it. But you need something. You need something that's better than nothing. This is one of those things. This is hard to find out how this is going to play out because we don't know who the actors is. We've seen North Korea be behind WannaCry and the ransomware attacks. Is it possible it's them? Is it a state actor? Or is it organized crime? That's going to make a big difference on how your data is used. People don't know how it's going to be used, but you've got to do some basic protections. And the biggest thing right now is monitor. And like you were saying, Becky, is that it's not just the next 60 days, but you need to put a credit freeze at least for the next 60 days. If this information is going to be used right away, at least you want to protect against that.
Hey,
but
Morgan,
look, there is no good answer to this.
Real quick on Equifax, the company itself, we're talking about the stock. Are they a victim in this case? Or should we be thinking about them differently? The reason I ask is there's a number of reports that suggest that they have had a number of hack attacks before this, and that they've been told that their security was not nearly strong enough.
Look, I testified before Congress on healthcare.gov back in November 2013. In fact, your program was the first one I was on after that testimony. Even then, I said we should have this cyber equivalent of Sarbanes-Oxley for protecting our systems to say you need now to have chief executives that sign off every year saying that we've taken these kind of steps to protect this data. The fact that this data was so close to the internet that it was on a web, you could get through it through a web server. To me, that alone goes back to exactly what you were saying. That is just bad management. That's bad practice. And if you did the equivalent from a financial standpoint, you'd be going to jail.
What kind of regulation is around these companies now? I mean, these three companies have more information than just about anybody else in the world.
They hold everything. They hold the keys to the kingdom. Look, there's not enough. In fact, this goes back to the point of they had this information for at least 6 weeks, if not longer. Like I said, some of the reports are some of the execs sold stock.
Right.
Within days.
So,
do you believe that, by the way? Is it possible that these individuals did not know about this? That this could have.
If they didn't know about it, that's a failure of leadership too. Why wouldn't your key executives like that know about a data breach? Everybody at the executive level, at those levels, should have known about this. So I don't. First of all, being a former cop, I don't believe in coincidence. So I think that there's a there, and I think the FBI needs to look into it. And this is one of those things that it's going to get worse for these guys before it gets better, not just because of the data breach, but because of the actions of the executive, because of the lack of follow through, like you were saying on these reports, that their security was bad. And why, for heaven's sakes, was 143 million people's data so close to the internet that all you had to do was exploit a web application? That's like walking into the bank and finding out all the cash is not in the vault, but it's sitting out on the tables in front. That's just bad.
Okay, final question. I've been reading about this web application. What was that? And are other companies using the similar web applications?
I don't know. I actually was doing that research right before I get on. I went to look to see what it was. They haven't really said it yet, and they probably won't because they're continuing the application, but it looks like it was probably one of their applications that allowed people to interface with their site to pull things like credit reports or do their credit check, or have other people inquire upon that. It could be third-party access too. As we found out with Target, the problem was third-party access. Third parties are security holes. Right. It may turn out that a third party here may be behind this.
And today I have the honor to share with you the same information that was shared with my wife and I years ago when we first took a look at this amazing opportunity, Legal Shield. Today, our job is to share with you a little bit about this great company, Legal Shield, that provides personal growth, a professional opportunity, and a powerful journey. So the best business models of today are simple, they're disruptive, they're noble, they're not easily duplicated, and they typically have an app associated with them. Let's look at some examples. It's the same thing with Blockbuster Video. A long time ago, you actually had to go to a retail establishment, a brick and mortar location to rent a video. Now, with Netflix, this disruptive innovation has provided opportunities for us to watch as many videos as we want for one monthly fee. It's simpler, it's easier, it's more affordable. I can say the same thing with Airbnb and how it's done that through the hotel industry, and of course, Amazon, what that's doing to shut down companies that have been around for a long time, like Sports Authority or Borders Books, right? So times have changed. The same thing with the film industry, how, a long time ago, we actually used to go develop film. Well, now you can post a video on a platform like Instagram, and in seconds, the world can see your images. Well, we've done the same thing with one of the oldest professions called the legal profession. Most say it's expensive, it's unresponsive, it's unaccountable, but we provided a disruptive innovation. It's made it simpler, easier, and more affordable. And I know most people have never thought about access to the justice system that way. Not at $300 an hour for a lawyer, it's been a country club most people have never had a membership to. Not at $300 an hour, most people have been priced out of the justice system, just like myself. And it was so exciting to see that for the first time, a company was providing legal access through Legal Shield. That's right, leveling the legal playing field for the first time in North America. Let's talk quickly about how this all started, and then I'll bring you up to speed on how our mobile app is changing the way people live their lives and do business today. You see, our company was established in 1972. We now protect approximately 4.6 million lives across the U.S. and Canada, and we have a dedicated network of quality law firms in all 50 states and 4 provinces of Canada. And we have a lot of third-party validation, which is huge. Because again, in my 20s, when I started Legal Shield, I didn't want people to buy my word. I didn't have a lot of credibility, right? But people could buy the message instead of the messenger. You see, we've been in Forbes and CNBC and Bloomberg. We have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau.
out of the central Oklahoma area, which is where our home office is. See, our company started with the gentleman, Mr. Harlan C. Stonecipher, who was in a car accident, and he had automobile insurance to take care of that banged up car and health insurance to take care of his hospital stay, but nothing to take care of the legal bills that were a result of that accident. He wondered if anything like that existed. It did not at that time. So he started Legal Shield. And now, again, we provide equal access to the justice system. You see, our vision is to provide equal access to liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves and should expect. Now, when I first took a look at Legal Shield, I'm thinking to myself, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't break the law. I don't really need a legal plan. But I quickly realized that bad things happen to good people too. Right? Good people treated unfairly, taken advantage of, overcharged for repairs. They sign contracts and documents and later on wish they wouldn't have signed it. They need a last will and testament done. They've had a real estate transaction. These are all things that happen to good people too. And so now we download an app. This is the most phenomenal thing, right? We have an opportunity to download an app to our phone. Perhaps someone's already sent you the link where you can download this to your Android device or your Apple device at no cost. And the first two things you see on this app are free. That's right. It's called a freemium version. It's free legal form. So instead of letting a friend just borrow money, you can actually download a promissory note and they can sign off. You can sign off. And now you have a legal binding document at no cost. There are companies that charge for that, and that's free with Legal Shield. We also have our Ask Aaron, your legal assistant. We have over 1,000 most commonly asked questions where you just type in what your question is and you'll get a response right away. Now, if we don't have that as a part of our database, no worries. As that question becomes a commonly asked question, it'll become a part of our database at no cost. Now, somebody's going to say, well, listen, I'd like to actually talk to my lawyer. Well, great. When you press that button, it's going to ask that you join our community and become a premium member. And the person that asks you to download that app, by sending you that link, they'll get credit for it. So one, you'll get personal legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. You're able to pick up the phone and say, look, I just need help. It happened to me, right? I had a situation with my truck and the dealership didn't do what I thought they should do. And so I called Legal Shield. And Legal Shield said, based on where you bought the truck and that make and model and the issue that you're having, if they keep your truck for 3 more days on the same issue, it actually falls under the lemon law and they've got to give you a brand new truck that day. Look, I would have never known that. It wouldn't have called a lawyer to find out if I didn't have Legal Shield. Here's my point. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any. They also write letters and make phone calls on your behalf. You know, a lawyer writing a letter means a lot more than you and I writing that same letter. I had a creditor harassing me over $92, which I didn't owe, but I had to go back and forth on the phone with them. Instead of spending my time there, because time is money, I simply called Legal Shield. They wrote a letter to that company on my behalf. It says you must cease and desist all contact with our client pursuant to the Fair Debt Collections Practice Act. Sounds good, right? But I wouldn't have known to write that, but the lawyers did. And guess what? I never heard from that company again. It was the power of a lawyer writing that letter versus Darnell arguing back and forth with that representative on the phone. Contracts and documents reviewed up to 15 pages. This is huge because a lot of times they say the bold print giveth, but the fine print taketh away. This saved me $10,500 on a homeowners association situation because I didn't understand the fine print, but my lawyers did. That's a lot of savings, all because I have access now to lawyers that I would never call before if I didn't have Legal Shield. IRS audit assistance, civil trial defense for pretrial and trial hours, family domestic services. This one's a 90-day waiting period for uncontested divorce, adoption, separation, and name change. And so we're not just talking about lawyers, we're talking about law firms. And that's what differentiates us. You see, I have friends that are lawyers. They even have Legal Shield because not every lawyer knows every area of law, like every doctor doesn't know every area of medicine. So it makes sense to have a lawyer that has experience in the area of law in which you have a need. You also see there, it says SNAP, speeding tickets. That's right, you can tap, snap, and send your moving traffic violation over to your law firm. They'll call you back within 8 business hours to consult you to help you to keep the points off your license. Listen, we all know that auto insurance can be expensive. I added my son to my auto insurance policy, and of course it went up. I added my second son, it went up again. I have 4 kids. Now they all drive. You can imagine what my auto insurance coverage cost me. But we're all covered with Legal Shield here. And when my oldest son got a speeding ticket, guess what? The lawyers helped us to keep the points off his license so our insurance didn't go up, and we're very thankful for that. Even when I got a speeding ticket outside of my own area, I had assistance with that. Now, you also have an opportunity to tap, answer questions, and complete your last will and testament. I'm almost embarrassed to say, when I started with Legal Shield, I was married with 2 kids. We have 4 now, and I didn't have a last will and testament. I was young. I felt invincible in my 20s, but death doesn't have an age attached to it. And if you don't have a will, I'm sure your state of province will have one for you. And so we'll actually help you to prepare documents for estate planning, a prenuptial agreement, uncontested divorce, personal bankruptcy, all with the push of a button. I know most people don't get their last will and testament done because, well, quite frankly, it costs a lot of money. The Legal Shield gives you one just to try out our service. So if you've downloaded this app already, start preparing that. You'll be excited that you did, and we'll update it each year, no additional cost. We also have a red button at the bottom, 24-hour access, 7 days a week in emergency situations. If you're being questioned, detained, or arrested, this is powerful. This is peace of mind for my wife and I. One of our sons is in college, and he's a great kid. But he could be a great kid at the right party with the wrong crowd at the wrong time. And he doesn't have a right to call dad or mom, but he has a right to remain silent and a right to a lawyer. And this gives us an extreme amount of peace of mind I can't put a price tag on. If you're a parent listening in, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We also help you out with contingency cases. So if you're a victim of an auto accident, etc., you have access to your provider law firm. You can talk to them about representing you on this contingency basis, which simply means you don't have to pay the hourly rates. We have a preferred member discount, 25%. That means after today, once you take advantage of our Legal Shield membership, you'll never have to pay 100% for your attorney fees again. At minimum, you get a discount for things like DUI, bankruptcy, contested adoption, contested divorce. And if you're like me, I love to save money. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep. And so I adore getting a discount on my legal services. Now, to really top all of this off, I love having an opportunity to press my member perks button because we have over 400 vendors that give us discounts on things I already spent my money on, right? Best Buy, or perhaps going to the gym, renewing my gym membership, or going to the movies with my family. I went to the movies with my family. We saved about $8 per ticket. I love that. Listen, I save more money every month with my member perks discounts than I actually spend on my legal plan. So it's better for me to have Legal Shield because I save more money than if I didn't have Legal Shield and spending 100% or full price on these vendors where I typically would not get a discount, but I do through my member perks program. So get excited about that and make sure you use it, and you'll see how much savings you'll have on an annual basis. Who's covered? The member's spouse, or domestic partner. Never married dependent children under the age of 26 living at home, or a full-time student, dependent children under the age of 18 from whom the member's a legal guardian, and physically and mentally disabled children living at home, all under this one membership. So here's your choice. Which would you choose? A lawyer charging $250 an hour, or an entire law firm, or I should say law firms across North America, by joining Legal Shield for about $1 a day? Now look, I've been with Legal Shield for a long time. I started in my 20s, worked my business through my 30s, and now I'm in my 40s, and I've never had anyone say, I can't believe you're charging $1 a day, that's too much. I've never had anyone say that. The only thing folks have said to me is, how can you do it for so little? What kind of lawyer can you get for $1 a day? They have no idea how we can have a lawyer that has an average of 22 years of experience that's there to help you. Well, it's simply because it's not your dollar, my dollar. It's group buying power, what we call a shared economy, where all these dollars added up affords these top-ranked law firms, where last year we paid our law firms over $100 million. That's why this works so well. Everyone wins. And that's just our first service. We also have an app that helps you out with, unfortunately, a huge crime that everyone's facing called identity theft. Because criminals don't just want your money now, they want your identity. And so we have what we call our ID Shield. And most people think about identity theft as credit issues or financial issues, but there's tax return fraud and medical claim fraud, Social Security fraud, and driver's license, criminal and character. It's scary out there. In fact, my oldest son's girlfriend went to go file her taxes. They said, oh, you already filed your taxes. She said, no, I didn't. Because unfortunately, people are doing bad things in our good names. And you're guilty until proven innocent. And so with our program, you're going to have access to your latest or most recent credit score. We'll also monitor and alert you through your social security number, passport, driver's license, medical ID, emails, loans, credit cards, bank accounts, black market websites, surveillance, and social media. So we'll let you know if someone's accessed your information. We also have an ID Shield Vault, which is a password manager that keeps your login information secure and takes the hassle out of managing multiple passwords, which is huge for me. But we also have comprehensive restoration. And most companies don't provide access to a licensed private investigator who will do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to restore your identity back to pre-theft status with a $5 million service guarantee. Again, peace of mind for my wife and I, knowing we have access to press a button if someone accesses our information. And normally we wouldn't know what to do or who to call. But now we have access to a licensed private investigator through our ID Shield program, and we even have a red button there for emergency after hours support. So with both of these apps, which provide peace of mind and are very disruptive in providing an amazing opportunity for all of us to have access to lawyers and licensed private investigators for you and your family. So by having access to both of these amazing services, which provide peace of mind, both our Legal Shield and our ID Shield plans for your entire family, $49.90 a month is all you need to invest to take care of your family. $24.95 for Legal Shield plan, $24.95 for our ID Shield plan. And as an individual, meaning you're not married or you don't have any dependents, the Legal Shield plan is the same for everybody, whether it's just you or 10 of you. The ID Shield plan, however, it's only $9.95 for an individual not married and doesn't have any dependents. So that's either $49.90 for the family plan or the individual plan, $34.90. And guess what? Again, you have access to member perks, over 400 vendors where you have an opportunity to save more money than you're actually investing to protect your family. Congratulations and welcome to Legal Shield.
Well, that shares with you most of the stuff that we've got on Legal Shield. With the small biz plans, we do have some biz plans that's for larger, mid-size, and larger size businesses that we can help you with. We can even structure the small biz plans. Oh, excuse me. To cover multiple locations for these type. So feel free to contact us. We've also got a CDL plan that we can cover you if you have a CDL license and are driving a commercial vehicle. So feel free to contact us to get more information. Oh, and also we can actually offer these as part of a benefits package to help protect your employees and protect you. So feel free to contact us, ask questions, and to be able to help protect yourself, your employees, and your business. Have a nice night, and we look forward to hearing from you and having a call. This was recorded and will be posted on our social media site. Look forward to hearing from you.